Today we are making pumpkin pie cinnamon rolls, and the first thing you're gonna do is grab a low carb torty, and once you got that, we are going to put some softened cream cheese on it. I make this mistake every time I'm about to go live. I warm up my cream cheese to soften it, and I warm it up for too long, so you don't want it to be quite this soft, but you do want it to be soft enough to spread easily. So we're just gonna spread this cream cheese on here. I hope this doesn't ruin it. And once we get that like evenly spread, we just have a couple more ingredients to add. It's super simple. All right, we got the cream cheese on there. It's about 2 ounces and it's on an 8-inch torty. So spread it like that. Now, the pumpkin puree. There's no bacon in this recipe, but speaking of bacon, as soon as I get off here, I'm taking Sophia to go get some bacon at the store because I have an idea. So I've done everything bagel stuffed chicken before, where you mix cream cheese with everything bagel, and it'll be easier to just spread it like this. So you mix cream cheese with everything bagel, and you air fry it or bake it inside of a chicken breast. This time I'm gonna do it inside of chicken fingers, and I'm gonna wrap them in bacon, and I'm also gonna mix mozzarella in there. So I'll probably be posting that soon because I'm gonna shoot that video tomorrow. All right, now we have the cream cheese, the pumpkin puree, and just like 2 more ingredients. So a little bit of cinnamon. You could also add pumpkin pie spice. It's not very sweet with the pumpkin. So the pumpkin is unsweetened. We're also adding sweetener to this. Sophia is just precious. Thank you, Jody. So these are the Mission torties. You can use the Extreme Wellness ones. I think I have less of a tummy ache from the Extreme Wellness ones. I just usually do these for videos because they look nicer. So now we're just gonna add some sweetener. This is Truvia. And now we just roll it up. If you want it to be extra pumpkin pie-y, you could put a little bit of this in there. Some pumpkin pie spice. But I find that, I made this earlier, I find that the pumpkin puree kind of gives it that vibe anyway. So now we just roll it up. And if you don't have my book, Carefree Keto, you can go on Amazon and get it. It has tons of easy recipes like this and a bunch of like information on weight loss, diets, keto, all of that. All right, so look, softening the cream cheese resulted in it being not as sturdy as I would like. So what I'm gonna do is use all of my willpower not to eat this. This mixture of sweetener, pumpkin, cream cheese, cinnamon would be so good to eat. But I'm back to tracking my calories. We have an on and off relationship. And I don't want to just be shoving random food into my mouth, at least for a week or 2. Especially during the holidays, because you eat an extra 200 calories a day, that's gonna add up. Pair that with like the 3 days on Thanksgiving where I'm gonna be eating everything in the world. Carefree Keto book. Thank you, Lisa. So I succeeded in not eating, I threw most of that away. I just licked the little bit off my finger. I don't track those little things. Love your book. Hey, thank you, Gallo. I have it. Yay. Thank you, Mindy. All right, so what we do now, how much exercise are you doing? Or like, what is your job if you're eating 3,000 to 4,000 calories a day? Or are you just doing like every other day fasting? Because it looks like you're a woman, right? A lot of men can get away with, I could do 3,000 calories a day. And if I was like a professional athlete, maybe I could do 4,000 or more than that, like 6,000. But a lot of women, that's kind of How are you eating 4,000 calories a day as a woman? I just received your book. Hey, thank you, LA. So maybe if you just have a crazy metabolism, you're like a genetic specimen. Because for me to maintain 175, it's around 2,800 calories a day. And then if I'm really active, it goes up to like maybe 3,100. But yeah, it's just interesting to hear how much other people can eat. All right, so I didn't verbalize what I was doing. We also brushed this with butter, and now we just put them into the air fryer. And if you want, you can just get a little crazy. Put a little cinnamon and a little more sweetener on them like this. And like I said, I softened my cream cheese too much, so I really hope that they don't like dissolve or something in the air fryer. That's what they look like. And I cut it into 6 pieces. And you put them in like this. All right. And this isn't a lot. I'm gonna lick my fingers. I did 360 for 10 minutes earlier. I think 400 is fine though, because they actually didn't get as crispy as I wanted. I have the other ones that I'll show you. Let me just spray some chemicals on here. Wipe it. All right, so here are the other ones. Oh, and we have frosting too. This is the easiest frosting in the world. And it's basically no calories. Where's this another spoon? It's literally just powdered sweetener and almond milk. Unsweetened almond milk. If you don't want to use pumpkin, you could put anything in there. Yeah, thank you, Miss Mo. Literally any fillings. And I'm also using the Truvia powdered sweetener. So these are the ones I made earlier. Man, they are so, so good. Yeah, you can use coconut milk, heavy cream, you could use regular milk, goat milk, whatever milk you have. What sweeteners are you using? I am using the Truvia granulated for the actual rolls, and then confectioner, which is the powder for the frosting. And if you don't have or if you don't have powder, you can just put regular whatever keto sweetener you have. If you have allulose, if you have granulated keto sweetener, throw it in a blender and it'll turn into powder. Did he bake a fresh packet in it? So I did not. I actually made a video today with no Easter eggs. And it was the one I posted to my stories. If you guys saw it, it's so good. I ordered ranch seasoning for the first time to Sweden because of you. Oh, we got ranch seasoning all the way in Sweden. That's amazing. What are your thoughts on fasting daily? I think intermittent fasting is a trick to eat less food, which results in weight loss. It is not magical. There's no insulin, fasting, miracle, cure that causes you to lose weight. It just comes down to when you have less opportunities to eat, meaning you skip breakfast, you typically eat less calories and you lose more weight. So maybe fasting has some benefits. Maybe, there are certain benefits to doing keto and these things, but it really comes down to, I saw like a good comparison of this. Even a high protein diet, which is very important for weight loss to make sure the weight you lose isn't muscle. And there's a cool trick about eating high protein, your body might use 0 calories to digest fat. Maybe it uses like 5% of the calories you eat to digest carbs, but it uses 20% of the calories you eat to digest protein. So even that, which sounds really cool, if you play it out and you're like, oh, I'm only gonna eat protein and I'm gonna eat 2,000 calories, whatever, it still doesn't result in a significant amount of more weight loss than like if you weren't doing that. So there really are no hacks to get around you just having to eat less calories. Even exercise is like very hard unless you're just gonna spend 3 hours a day lifting weights and running. It's like, it just comes down to eating less calories. And someone mentioned a thyroid issue when we were talking about being able to eat a ton of calories. And that is true. And what that does, like what a fast metabolism is one cool thing is like, there's something called NEAT, which is non-exercise activity. So there is a way to like burn more calories, but you can't really force it. You can't force your body to like fidget more. But people who fidget and like are constantly tapping their foot and are like, if they're sitting on the couch, they like grab their leg and they start like just like grabbing their leg and then moving their arm and they're always like moving around. Those people do burn a significant amount more calories than someone who's like very still. And whenever you diet and go into an extreme calorie deficit, your body knows this and it like reduces the amount of movement you do just naturally. It's really interesting. Okay. Oh my gosh. So 360 for 10 minutes is good, but this was 400 for like 6 minutes and these look amazing. How do you maintain muscle on keto? So carbs are not necessary for building muscle. Protein and hard workouts like lifting weights is necessary to build muscle. All that carbs do is they fuel harder workouts. So if you eat a bunch of carbs, you might have more gas in the tank when you're on like your 8th rep at the gym during a couple sets of like bench pressing or squatting. And that extra fuel can make it easier to build muscle, but it's not necessary. If there was like a way where you could come up with like another form of motivation to push through it or something and just like power through it, because there is a thing called the placebo and stuff. But if there was a way to like make up for that, sure, you could build muscle as fast as if you were using carbs to energize your workouts. But you can build muscle on keto. Like you don't need to do that extra rep. Maybe you would build it faster using carbs as a tool, but it's protein that actually makes it possible for the muscle to happen. So it's all about protein and pushing yourself to do hard workouts. Carbs just make those hard workouts a little easier. And if you're doing endurance or if you're running long distances, carbs actually are not necessary because your body will use ketones for energy. All right, so we're gonna put them on a plate and we're gonna drizzle the frosting on top. Check it out. How do you know how many calories to eat? I can't lose no matter how hard I try. Download an app like MyFitnessPal and input your goal, your current weight, your activity level, all of that. And it will give you exactly how many calories to eat. And maybe it'll be right, maybe it'll be a little wrong, but if you really stay true to that and like you download an app that tells you how many calories to eat and you don't just like, oh my gosh, I just burnt the crap out of my hand. some of these are like super scorching and some aren't that hot. So this is what we ended up with. They look way better. I might have to reshoot this video. Or at least the end shot. Because they look way better than these, where the tortilla is just kind of bland looking, or like boring looking, but when I sprinkled the cinnamon and sweetener on the outside and air fried them, it made them look so much better. Alright, so I had 2 of those, and I'm just logging in my macros like I had 1 whole one, so I'm gonna put 3 of these away. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Is it better to eat protein before a workout? I think if you work out or if you have been getting plenty of protein and lifting weights consistently, I don't think the timing of your protein matters. But if I recall correctly, I saw something where like that it doesn't really matter if you already have been building muscle and lifting weights, but if you're new to it, then yeah, getting protein right after a workout is beneficial. All right, let's eat this. I don't know if a piece of cream cheese like flew out of this, but I just saw something. Oh my god, this is so good. This is so good. Oh no! I forgot to put icing on it. What is wrong with me? How could I forget the most important part? Who eats cinnamon rolls without frosting? That was insane. All right. Whoa. It's like a pumpkin pie cinnamon roll in my mouth. Thank you for the icing reminder. If I would have ate those other 2 without the icing, I would have cried. Wow, that was so good. All right, guys. The name of your book, it is called Carefree Keto. What else can go in there besides pumpkin? Try it with peanut butter. Try it with Nutella. Obviously, keto Nutella. Try it with berries. It's really good with berries. What else? All right, guys. I'm gonna get out of here. I didn't realize, so the person who said their app told them they can eat 4,000 calories a day is claiming that their cells need sugar and is saying that plant fuel is good for you and you should eat plant carbs. So I'm pretty sure they were trolling. I don't think it is, unless they're like some sort of woman athlete or something. I don't think there are many females out there who are gonna be able to eat 4,000 calories a day and maintain their weight. So that was like a myth. That wasn't a real thing. Okay. All right, guys, I'm gonna put it in the caption. So I'll be back tomorrow. I love you. I believe in you. Have a blessed rest of your night. Bye.